Hi friends, it's Raven. Today I wanted to talk to you about what my rules are for my 2021 No Spend Challenge. This is just something that I'm doing for myself. I'm not following anyone else's specific rules or guidelines. These are just kind of something that I came up with on my own. So if you wanted to do something similar with your own kind of a challenge, feel free to use mine as a guideline or follow my rules if it fits into your lifestyle. Otherwise, feel free to change them. Or if you're not planning on doing a 2021 no spend challenge and you just are interested in sticking around to learn more about it, feel free to keep watching. So I did start a 2021 bullet journal. It's got this cool clear cover on it so you can see what's underneath it. And I didn't color it in yet or anything, but I plan on doing that. I've never actually done like a bullet journal before, but that's something that I really want to start doing in 2021. So I already started drawing the cover, and on this page I want to do like some inspirational quote. And then this very first page is where I have my no spend rules for 2021. And I do plan on doing videos of me bullet journaling. So if you guys have any ideas of how to decorate it for January, let me know. But yeah, so these are just kind of like my guidelines that I can reference back to throughout 2021. So I have 5 big rules that I plan on following. So rule number 1 is no useless spending. And I feel like that's kind of a given since it's a no spend challenge. But basically that's just to remind myself not to spend money on anything that isn't absolutely necessary. So, rent, phone, food, that's all stuff that you need to have. So that's stuff that's allowed, but no new makeup, no eating out, no, ordering food, nothing like that. So no useless spending, big one, the obvious one. Okay, rule number 2, make room for health. And this one is super important to me because during 2020 and all the craziness that came with it, I did put on a little bit of weight. And everybody's New Year's resolution is always to lose weight, but this is something that I really, really want to stick to, and that's making room for health. So I will always find a way to make room in my budget for health. So one example for that would be usually like a gym membership, but because of COVID and everything, the gyms are currently closed, and we ended up canceling our membership anyways because we couldn't use it anyways, so what was the point? So that's something that, if there's like a online subscription that I might want to try for like an online gym, I might look into that as an option. Or another thing is organic. Like for me, I can tell that my body just feels better when I eat organic produce, and that's something that's really important to me. It's not necessarily for everyone, but for me, it's important to try and eat organic whenever I can. So I'm going to try and find some wiggle room in my budget in order to get the things that are healthier for me personally. So that's very important, is to make room for health. And that also includes like vitamins and things like that. If I run out of vitamins, of course I'm going to buy more because that's 1, a need, and 2, it's something for my healthy journey. So that's important, is to make room for health and always find room in the budget for things that I deem important for my health. Rule number 3 is experiences over stuff. So this is something that I've been living by for a little while now, but basically I would rather spend my money on an experience and learning something new and, doing something that money can't really buy. Of course you have to pay to do it, but, they're the priceless experiences. And that's something that I'm always going to try and treasure more than possessions. So, if I'm at the store and I see a cute pair of shoes that I want and they're $50, I have to think to myself, okay, the shoes are $50. Is that really worth it? Or would I rather take that $50 and go on a trip somewhere, or put it towards a trip somewhere? Or a big part of my journey now is I really want to get a van and live in a schoolie and travel the country for a couple years. So that to me is a huge experience that I'm trying to save up for by doing this challenge. So experiences over stuff. If I see something that is an experience that I want to take the opportunity to enjoy, then I might make extra room in my budget in order to do that, because to me that's something that is more worth it than it would be for, a new pair of shoes. So experiences over stuff. Rule number 4, use it up and swap it out. So basically, the last couple years as well, I've been trying to focus on really realizing how much waste the stuff that I use every day creates. So for example, razors, people you shave with razors, and I used to be really bad where instead of just buying the refill cartridges for razors, I would just get a whole new stick, razor stick and the cartridges that came with it, because to me that was cheaper than buying, it's cheaper to buy a $10 razor that comes with extra head than it is to buy $15, $20 worth of the extra heads to replace it. So I know that's really terrible, but that was an example of something that I was very wasteful about. But now I switched to old-fashioned safety razor, which is completely reusable over and over again, and all you have to do is replace the blade that goes in it. So instead of throwing away a whole razor and the cartridges and all the plastic wrapping that it comes in, I just rebuy stainless steel blades for it, and it's a lot less wasteful. So that's an example, is I want to use up the things that I have now, and once those things are done, I want to see if there's a zero waste alternative to it so that it saves me money in the long run and it makes me feel better and helps the environment. Rule number 5, and the last rule, and that kind of ties in with number 4, which is DIY before buy. So basically, if I run out of something, so let's say deodorant, if I run out of deodorant, then I want to see if there's either a zero waste alternative, or if I can make it myself, which kind of go hand in hand. There's lots of different recipes for homemade cosmetics and food stuff, things like that, that I really want to try DIYing. Even, makeup. I want to try and see if I can make my own chapstick or body lotion, things like that. Deodorant, that kind of stuff. So I really want to try and DIY before I buy. Look into zero waste alternatives or DIY alternatives to items before I buy them. And then that also, DIY before buy also applies to other things, not just making my own cosmetics, but also, if I have a shirt that has a tear in it, instead of throwing it away or, being wasteful about it, I want to try and learn how to repair it myself. So for example, right now I have a cashmere sweater. I know, fancy, but I got it on ThredUp, so it was like an online thrift store, so it was recycled in a way, reused in a way, so it wasn't bought brand new, but I have a cashmere sweater, and I noticed that it had a couple little holes in there. I think it's like moth holes or whatever, and so I did research, how can I repair these holes without completely ruining the sweater, and I found this powder stuff that you put on it and you just iron it on and it completely hides the hole. I don't know, I haven't tried it yet because I'm a little bit nervous, but that is an example of me trying to DIY before I buy. I would rather try and learn a new skill as well, learn a new skill that allows me to repair items that I might have not known how to repair earlier. Yeah, and then another unspoken rule, so secret rule number 6, is that I am allowing myself to change these rules as needed. So if something happens, 2020 was supposed to be the year that I did all this, but too much stuff happened that, now I pushed it off a year, and it just kind of falls back into that I'm allowed to change the rules whenever I need to. So yeah, those are my 5 main rules on how I'm planning to do my no spend challenge for 2021. Let me know down below if you're going to do this challenge as well and what rules you're following. Maybe it'll give me some more ideas that way too. But yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I plan on documenting my whole journey through 2021, so I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.